So when it comes to this stuff, I really don't care anymore. I think most people don't care. I think we're just tired of the continuous excuse that these companies and people put out of, oh well, if you don't like it, you must be a phobist or ism. So Doctor Who, of course, casting director responds to criticism of race swapped Isaac Newton. It's sad that we're in a time where people villainize minorities. You want to know what's sad? Taking a historical figure like Isaac Newton, who was a real person, and making him brown, black, or whatever for no reason whatsoever. For people who don't know, Doctor Who started out as like an educational show. Hence why in the beginning they were kind of like on Earth, or they go to like a planet in our solar system, because it was an educational show. We know damn well if they were to meet, I don't know, Martin Luther King, you know damn well he's not going to be white. So why do they insist on taking the white people and making them black? Or whatever this guy's, he's clearly not white. Isaac Newton was white. In fact, epic rap battle of history has a more accurate freaking Isaac Newton than Doctor Who has. How pathetic is that? Isaac Newton for ERB was Weird Al. He looked more like Isaac Newton than this person. I'm sure, great talented actor, I'm sure. Not Isaac Newton. So again, I don't care about it. I want to know why we keep getting the, oh, well, if you don't like it, you're a phobist or ism. Every time. How many times have we discussed this? How many times do I say that comment about them putting that shield up of, oh, you're a phobist or ism? Every single time. And even South Park calling them out, make her, put her chicken in and make it lame and gay. You would think after being called out and, people recognizing that you're doing this, they would change, but they don't. Instead, they double down and they try to pander, the panderverse. They try to pander to the 0.00001% of the fucking freaks and weirdos on here who care about nothing except for representation and diversity. While I dare say, especially with Doctor Who, alienating the rest of us, the people who actually want to watch the show. And it's the same thing. It's like, Netflix does this crap all the time. They'll take a historical person like Queen Charlotte or Anne Boleyn. They'll make them black for no fucking reason. What? Nobody is villainizing minorities. We're calling out the fact that they're race swapping historical figures. This is the Cleopatra from Netflix all over again. The gaslighting. You're race swapping historical figures and then get upset when people call it out. If this was a fictional character that was made specifically for Doctor Who or whatever, it wouldn't matter. But it's Isaac Newton. Apple tree, the apple on his head, gravity, historical figure. Why are you race swapping the guy? Let's see what. I will cast a queer Indian to play a deeply devout white Christian, and then I will accuse racism of anyone who objects, knowing I can get away with it. Yeah, pretty much. This is what they always do. Create a controversy and then play the victim card. I've seen no comments villainizing minorities. All the comments I've seen on this topic have been in regards to the blatantly historically inaccurate casting. This is especially galling for Doctor Who. For Doctor Who, because it wasn't that long ago that the creative workings on the show were actively claiming that the show was educational. If a show is trying to be even a little educational, it should strive for a bare minimum level of historical accuracy at least. Accuracy at the least. Yeah, again, it was educational, which is why like the Doctor and Susan Whoever else pretty much stayed on Earth, but just different time periods. It was supposed to be educational. So it's I like to see their opinions flip when we try to cast Gandhi as a white Brit. It's hilarious. It's sad we live in times where tokenized hand-me-downs are considered representation. Guy who villainizes white people, sad that white people notice he's villainizing white people. Stop race swapping characters and historical figures. No one's villainizing anyone. When something is historical, it causes cognitive dissonance, natural reaction. Nobody's villainizing minorities, but some small brain dickless morons sure as hell are worshiping them. Gonna say it again. If you race swap a character, then you start the race, stating that the race doesn't matter. You wouldn't have done it. You know, you wouldn't have done it. Yeah, it's like that. We call out and say, well, why are you making them black? You know, it's like, oh, why does it matter? Race doesn't matter. It's like, exactly. Well, then why are you changing them to black? If race doesn't matter, why not just keep them white? What a twat. We've got to pander harder. Wait, what was this? Uh, but put a man with red put a man with red hair and freckles in the lead role of a Martin Luther King Jr. Biopic, and then you'll see some real outrage. Yeah. Oh, that'd be hilarious. You put like Carrot Top or something as freaking Martin Luther King. Where was it? Who radicalized you? You did. Oh, this was a great. Okay, me. I think it's distasteful to race swap historical figures. It's just TV shows. It's just a TV show about a time traveling alien. Well, that's all right then. Rosa Parks, based on a powerful true story. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is Rosa Parks. I'm not moving, buddy. That's amazing. Yeah, here's Isaac Newton. Wow, they really nailed him, didn't they? The Doctor. There we go. Make it more lame. Um, we've got some more. Barack Ryan Gosling is Barack Obama. That's amazing. Anthony Hopkins, Nelson Mandela, Viggo Mortensen, 12 Years a Slave. Mark Wahlberg is Muhammad Ali. Ryan Gosling is Martin Luther King, and Christian Bale is Obama. Victim card. I mean, again, what was that I say about? Oh, I thought it said Elijah Wood. The thing is that Isaac Newton was a real person. How would you feel making Martin Luther King Jr. or Nelson Mandela into whites? Make it more lame. Yeah, you think after a while people would just, you know, what the fuck is a toilet? Idiotic statement. Oh wow, so many triggered people. As an Indian who loves physics, the Indian should be ashamed of himself for taking up that role. Instant freaking ultra instinct going on here. Dun 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 dun. Villainized. Literally thought they were trying to say vanilla ice. Vanilla ice. Yeah, no one cares anymore. People just are tired of these companies doing it and just coming out, oh, you're a phobist or ism. And yet they can give us no reason of why they're actually doing it. Like, well, why are you doing it? Well, why does it matter? Race doesn't matter. Well, exactly. If race doesn't matter, then why are you race swapping them to be black or whatever? If race doesn't matter, why, if it's a historical figure, why aren't you just keeping them the same? You know, it's like Cleopatra. They said it's the Cleopatra thing all over again. You know, it's like, oh, Cleopatra wasn't black. Like, why does it matter? Because Cleopatra was a real person. Anne Boleyn was a real person. Queen Charlotte was a real person. They're like, oh, let's just make them black. No. Even though it's Doctor Who, this is supposed to be historical person. Why are they making Isaac Newton black or Indian or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be? Why? They don't have any good legitimate reason, but then when you call it out, it's just like, phew, phobism every time. Every time. These people just don't know when to stop. They don't know when to keep their mouth shut. And you would think, again, South Park really pointed out a lot of this bullcrap with this freaking pandering to this small group. You know, and every time something like this happens, this is when you see all these South Park memes that came out during that episode with the, you know, put a chicken and make her lame and gay. You know, we've got to pander harder. It's just, it's, again, it doesn't matter for me. I haven't watched it since like the first season of Jodie. Well, no, the first season I made it through. I think what Jodie Whittaker's second run, her second season or whatever. Like I said, most people we don't care anymore. We just want to know why it keeps happening. Why they can't give a real reason of why they're doing it, and then when multiple people call them out, even minorities, and then they call the minorities phobes, this, and isms. So if you have a group of black people saying, why are you taking this person and making him black? We don't want that. Oh, you're just internalized and blah, blah, blah. It's just, what? Nice mental gymnastics you're trying to do there. So no one can give a good reason. I don't care if it's a science fiction show. It started out as educational, and when you have historical figures, you keep them historically accurate. Isaac Newton was not black or Indian or whatever. He was white. Keep it that way. The black, you know, historical black figures, keep them black. Not that fucking hard. Not that fucking hard. But that's, I think, everyone's reaction when they saw it. They're like, they don't learn. They don't fucking learn. And they wonder why their freaking viewership is going down. Gee, can't imagine why. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye.